Senior A-back, Clinton Lynch, will open up for questions.
Clint, after the reception, did you know that you had made history?
I was really like listening in for the announcer. Once he said like 40 something, I like knew like okay, I did it. Like had my little moment and just went on to the next play.
All right, how big did your eyes get when you saw that pass up in the air, and why didn't we see the Heisman pose?
Oh, I mean, I got real big. Thank God for the opportunity, and Desmond Branch made a great play on the ball, tipping it up there. And once I seen the ball, I was just like, dang, this is my moment. You know what I mean? Just catch the ball, catch the ball. So I caught the ball, made a touchdown. It was a great time.
Clinton, what did you see maybe during the week on film that made you sure that you could take advantage of their secondary the way you guys did? Because you guys were running pretty much wide open all day.
I saw that they played a lot of man-to-man, and we just had to just be able to win and just have the opportunity to make plays off of that.
Henri, it seemed like you and Daz had a real field day, kind of getting to the quarterback and getting pressure and getting hands on balls and that kind of thing. Was there anything in particular that made you guys had so much success up front?
I don't think there was anything in particular, but I guess we can blame it on just recognizing when they was going to pass, knowing the formations and stuff like that. Great film study throughout the week, and preparation. We worked a lot on our pass rush this week, and just knowing when they're going to pass is a big key. And so you can get in your pass rush stance, you get ready for it, you're there mentally. And I just felt like we worked hard there in practice all week, and preparation equals great play.
Has it hit you yet? Georgia Tech's been playing football for over 100 years, and you're the first one to get 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards. Have you put that into perspective?
I'm really just in awe about that. Like I'm the first one to do it. This still hasn't really like hit me yet. Like it's kind of weird, but I'm just taking in the moment the best I can.
Question to both of you. So you were told Georgia Tech had the day off yesterday. What is that? How does that kind of like affect the way that you guys play today? Are you guys coming in a little more energized, or are you guys coming at it from a different perspective, maybe a little rusty?
I mean, like Quan and Vic was saying the same thing. It was just preparation is basically the same. Just kind of have a little bit more time to yourself. I know I had a little bit more time to myself just to meditate, get ready for the game, just think about stuff, and just really chill, watch movies, shows, whatever, and get some sleep in and everything like that. But preparation still the same. Came in the same way. Whenever you come on a game day, it's a Saturday. You're focused, you're ready for the game, you're ready to play, do what you love.
Oh, I agree with that, 100%. Just more time to just get your mind, just your mental together, and just watch extra film if you want to. Just last second things before the game.
Clinton, Coach was saying how the offense was kind of simplified this week, and I was curious, kind of to you, what did that mean? Is it fewer plays, or what exactly was simpler?
Simplified.
Right. What was simpler about the offense today versus?
Everybody just knowing their assignment, knowing like what to do. I don't know. I guess it was just repeated more. I guess just like it was just more people understood what they were doing.
Were there fewer plays that you ran, or
It's about the same number, I think.
Hunter, have you scored like going back to high school or Pee Wee ball or anything like that? Or
I played some running back in middle school. That was the last time I ever scored a touchdown. So it was definitely fun getting in the end zone one more time. And I just thank God for the opportunity. Like I said before, thank God for the win, and hope to do it some more. Go out there Friday night, Louisville, and hope to dominate on defense like we did today.
Winning with the margin you did today, does that make it easier to get through the short week and go in with the right attitude, trying to break that streak on the road?
I don't know if it makes it easier per se, but I know that it definitely boosts your confidence. It's like, okay, we're back to where we need to be, but we got to know that, this is today and Friday is Friday, and we got to flush this game down the toilet as soon as we come in tomorrow and come in with the same attitude and, during practice get better, fix our mistakes, because everybody makes mistakes throughout the game, and fix our mistakes and get ready for Louisville and just get ready to play a different game.
Henri, in a new defense, fifth game of the year. How do you feel that your game is progressing now?
I feel like I'm understanding defense more, understanding the stunts that we run, understanding where everybody else behind me fits and beside me fits, and how to rush it. Coach Wright's been doing a great job of explaining the whole defense as a whole to us, so we can understand what we're doing throughout the play. And I feel like the whole D-line and the whole defense, is every game we're understanding it more, we're getting more comfortable. It's becoming our own skin, and I feel like it's showing up on the field.
Taquan, how would you assess? Actually, Clinton, I'm sorry, got ahead of myself. How would you say how Taquan and you guys, all the A-backs, did as far as pitch relationship and just taking care of the ball a little better today?
I think we did a way better job of getting downhill with the quarterbacks, the pitch relationship, and catching the ball. We didn't really. I don't think we fumbled today. No, so that's always a plus. So I think we did pretty well in that.
Are you planning on celebrating your accomplishment, and if so, how?
Probably go get some wings or something from J.R. Crickets or something.
Lemon pepper hot?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Okay. Thanks, Henry. Receiver Jalen Camp. We'll open up right up for questions for student athletes.
David, they had some pretty good success throwing the ball over the middle most of the day. Is that what you were looking for on the play where you made the interception?
Yes, sir. We this is in our goal line package, and just made a good read. And we practice that all the time at the very beginning of practice, and so I made a good read and broke on the ball.
Jalen, were you expecting that play to kind of open things up? I know that was something Coach wanted to work on this week.
I was pretty shocked when he called the first play of the game, because normally we go in with a running play or whatever. So I just took it as an opportunity to run my route good and make the play.
Dave, on your interception, did you know you had 100 yards that you could have run instead of taking a knee in the end zone there? And tell me a little bit about your read on that.
Well, I did not know that I had 100 yards to go because, smart football, you're in the end zone. The likelihood of you getting out of it is not very good, so I just took a knee. And then my read on that is just I'm opening up off to the boundary off number 2, and I saw him break inside of me, so I made a good read, and I figured the quarterback, they had been going to 21 all game. I mean, I don't even know how many catches he had. He had a lot, but so I figured he was going to throw it to him. And as the quarterback threw it, 21 was yelling, "No!" And then I picked it, so.
Jalen, I imagine for the offensive guys, this had to be kind of exercising some demons after not playing well the last couple of weeks. I imagine that you guys feel like you start to get some momentum now.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The first third of the season, the first couple games, it was a lot of things that we were hurting ourselves on. It had nothing to do with the opponent. And today I kind of, felt like we kind of put some things together. We're not finished yet, but I think we took a good step towards that way.
Jalen, did you guys see anything during the week that you knew you'd be able to exploit the secondary the way you guys did with big plays?
Absolutely. Our coach preaches us, Coach Johnson and Coach Buzz, of course, watch film all the time. So we got together as a receiving group, and we saw that, their safeties in the corners were kind of a liability to their defense. And so, we kind of expressed that in practice this week and went out and make some plays.
Jalen, about, just making a progression in the way you're playing more efficiently, what do you think went into it from the last few weeks to today?
For me individually?
Yeah, you and just the offense as a whole. Yeah.
Like I said, I think it was just a lot of things that we were hurting ourselves on. So that was kind of stunning our growth as an offense and me individually. So I think today, Coach preached to us, focus on yourself every single play. And I think we did that.
For both of you guys, after losing 3 in a row, did you need a day like this? Is this fun? Is this good times?
Yeah, of course, it was fun. I mean, and that's what we're supposed to do. That's in our heads. We're supposed to do that. We're supposed to go out there and dominate. And me personally, I'm not even happy that the defense gave up 21 points. We gave 21, 17. Sorry, excuse me, 17. I'm not happy with that. And so we're gonna come back tomorrow. We got practice tomorrow. We're gonna come back and we're gonna go to work. It's a work day tomorrow. So.
What are the next steps the defense needs to take to get to the next level? And it didn't look like you wanted to give the ball up after the interception.
I'll start with the ball. Yeah, after I think it was Alcorn when I scooped and scored, everybody was like, "Why didn't you keep the ball?" And I didn't know that I was allowed to, so I tried to keep the ball on this one, and I ended up it was their ball, so I couldn't keep it. And then when it comes to just the defense taking the next step, we're getting better and better at our base defense. We're getting every single day we're getting better, and so that's what Coach harps on. Like the better you can get at our base defense, the more stuff he can throw at us to give us tools to stop the offense. So I feel like as a defense, we are getting a lot better at our base defenses, and now it's just just adding in the new stuff and all the tools.
David, how hard was it to defend with the tempo? And they kind of threw the kitchen sink at you guys in terms of trick plays and motion and formations. It was really no sort of rhyme or reason to a lot of the play calling on offense. I imagine that's kind of hard for you guys to find a rhythm on defense with that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the tempo was no near USF's. I mean, USF was way faster, but I mean, we were expecting tempo. We practiced for that all week. We as a defense thought they were going to run the ball a little bit more. And as watching film, we thought they were going to run the ball just a little bit more. I guess they started to in the second half, but just me and Brant were talking throughout the game and felt like we really weren't doing that much because they were throwing the ball outside so much, but. We just got to do your job, and I thought our DBs played pretty well.
David, how difficult has it been going to the 3-4 from the 4-3, and your run fits and all the different things that you have to do? How difficult has it been for you?
I would say that the run fits would definitely be the hardest thing. Back in the 4-3, I mean, it was very simple. Now it's me and Brant have the hardest positions on the field, to knowledge-wise and physical-wise. But to be honest with you, it hasn't been that difficult just because our coaches coach us so well. We have great coaches, and they coach us up, and it's actually been very fun. I love this defense a lot.
David, that targeting call at USF, hate to bring that up, but is that in the back of your mind as you're running around there trying to make plays in space with normal speed?
Yeah, you try not to. Today, I was going to hit the quarterback and trying to go hit him really hard, and then I thought about it, and I let up, and even the ref came up to me and said, "That was smart, 32, good job." So I mean, especially when it comes to the quarterback, you got to be careful. But yeah, I mean, I don't play with it thinking like I can't go hit people. But yeah, I mean, it's in the back of my head because I mean, in my opinion, I barely touched the guy versus USF, and I got targeting. So
Jalen, it's always good to see a receiver use his hands and his body to get position on the passing. Tell me about what was going through your mind on that second reception that you had down there.
It was a fake crack post. So the play before we had a crack, and so the very next play we ran a fake crack post. So I'm just going in faking crack on the safety, and then I expected the corner to kind of drop off, but he stayed on my hip the whole time. So Coach Buzz teaches us to kind of be physical. We recruit a lot of physical receivers here, so that's one of a plus for us. So. He was grabbing on me and holding on me, so I was just trying to hold my ground and keep that line so give the quarterback a good target to throw to.
David, what are some things you did today as a defense that maybe you didn't do last week or the last few weeks?
We did. I mean, to be honest with you, not much. Execution-wise, I mean, or just scheme-wise, not much. I mean, we're running the same things. We're just trying to get good at what we do. I felt like guys really. We call it shoot your gun. We shot our shots a lot today. I thought our defense flied around pretty well. I mean, with how much they spread it out. But to be honest with you, we didn't change that much scheme wise.
I'm sorry, I mean like more just like security, like getting lined up and getting the call and making sure control.
Yeah, I mean, getting the call. We had some issues with that last game, and I mean that's on us and on the signal callers. So we definitely that was a big emphasis this week and during this game, and so we didn't have any issues with that this week. So I mean that would be something that's different, but not much.
Anything else for David or Jalen?
Taquan, imagine it was nice to not have to play a full game again and really get the offense, get some momentum going.
Yeah, it was nice being able to kind of step back and watch everybody else play, watch everybody else have fun. We got a really fast start today, so I was really excited about that, and things just started flowing.
How important was it for you confidence-wise to get that first play call in, pass, perfect pass? Just what does it do confidence-wise when you do complete a pass like that?
It definitely will boost your confidence a little bit more. Going into it, I mean, my confidence was already high. Jalen ran a good route. I just tried to put the ball in the place where only he could catch it, and came up to be a big play, and it kind of got our offense rolling in the first half.
Vic, can you run us through the fumble play, and did they turn you loose, or what transpired during that play for you?
Great call by Coach Woody, of course. At that point in time, I just knew I had to get back there. It was a play before that I got back there, but he got it off like just a second before I could hit him. And I was like, okay, yeah, they got to try to go back to that, try to see if it worked again. So that very next play, or maybe 2 plays after, I knew I had to get off that line quick enough to get to the quarterback and hit him as hard as I possibly could. Drop the ball, try to get up and get it myself, but Twan came up, Owens came up and scooped it and started running. So it all worked out.
Taquan, Coach last week indicated he was going to work on some more fundamentals with the QBs, and I think you guys did that at practice. How did you see that kind of play out in the game? How did that translate today?
It worked out well. I mean, as you can see, we didn't have any balls on the ground with any pitches. So I think the correlation between me and the A-back was pretty good. I think sometimes we were a little close, but it worked out. I just tried to put the ball in their hands so they could run.
Vic, it seemed like y'all had some trouble getting lined up in the first quarter on defense and maybe weren't getting the play maybe fast enough, or I'm not sure. What kind of was the issue there for you guys?
It was a thing of tempo. We practice all week on tempo, but you can practice and prepare for a lot of things, but when the game comes or when something happens, you just, sometimes you're a little slow. But we were able to adjust and quickly get back together and figure out what was going on, and we fixed it. And that's what transpired in the second half.
Taquan, last week you put a lot of emphasis on winning games on the road, and that starts in a short week. What will, as you being one of the leaders on this team, what will the conversation be like as you guys get, as you get the guys prepared to do that?
I won't have to say too much. Everybody knows what this game means. I just told the guys, everybody's always talking about a big primetime game, and you got one. Friday night, the only game that'll probably be on, 7 o'clock. They're wearing all black, so their stadium will be jumping. I mean, that's what you play college football for. It'll be rocking, so everybody will be ready to play. I don't really have to say too much to them.
For both of you, how helpful is it that you got pulled early and got a chance to rest your bodies a little bit, given the short week?
It's all right. I mean, you still prepare the same way. You still have to take care of your body the same way because in the beginning of the game you still get beat up a little bit. So starting tomorrow, I'll be doing the same thing I've been doing every week. But although it's a shorter week, I'll probably add a little more things in just to help myself out.
Did you know that after Clinton had made the reception that he did make history, and if so, what was said in the huddle afterward?
Definitely did. We actually talked about it before the game, actually a couple of days before the game. I mean, we didn't say anything then. We just kind of waited until the drive was over, but everybody was congratulating him, just talking about how much of a playmaker he is and just joking around a little bit on the sidelines. But super proud of him. I mean, first guy to ever do it right. Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. And you'll see more Clinton Lent for sure.
You mentioned that a couple of times you felt you may have been a little too close to the A-back on the pitch. Was the plan this week to maybe close the separation on the pitch?
The whole plan was when I was getting downhill, those guys were getting downhill with me so that we'd be on the same level, so that I wasn't pitching the ball backwards or anything. I was just pitching it to where they could run up under it. So it kind of worked out in our favor.
It sounds like you made your option reads better and were more secure with the ball. Like, how do you explain that sort of jump from one week to the next?
I mean, we knew we could do it all along. It was just those little things were killing us. So we really harped on it and emphasized on it this week. That way we knew going into the game, as long as we did those things, we've been moving the ball down the field. That hasn't been the problem. But once we can eliminate those mistakes, then things will start going. And, I mean, before halftime, we were 4 for 4 on drives. I mean, you can't really beat that.
On the pass to Steven, did you just happen to see it late? And when you did see him, I'm guessing you overstepped, or what happened?
Well, I saw him. I knew one of them was going to be open. I saw Steve get open, but then I kind of felt a little pressure in the pocket, so I just tried to step around it. and then I threw it off my back foot for sure. If I had probably stepped into it, I probably could have thrown it to him on the run, but I was just trying to get it to him because I saw how wide open he was.
A couple more for Taquan and Vic.
Taquan, you had probably your best passing game since I think Jacksonville State last year. What was kind of going into that? How'd you kind of get into a rhythm and get it going on the field?
Well, I've always known I've had the ability to pass the ball. The guys up front did an awesome job giving me plenty of time. And I really overemphasized this week just getting deep in the pocket so I'd give myself a little bit more room and I could see things a lot better. But I was just trying to place the ball in the place where the guys could catch it. And, I mean, they ran some pretty awesome routes today to get themselves open. So they did a great job, and I just was trying to put the ball in the right place.
Knowing that going from last week to this week, it was a big focus on getting better, what did you guys do individually to work on getting better this week to have the outcome that you've had today?
Well, first we started in practice. Every game that we win or lose, we always flush it every Monday. Just preparing for the next game. This one, I know the focus was a lot more there, pretty much. Guys in the secondary, linebackers, D-line, focused all week long. They knew what their job, they knew what their assignment was, they knew what they had to do. They played it back in their head day after day after day until the day finally came. They had to do their job. But you seen out there, defense was lights out. You know, we out, you know, it's football. You had little rough starts every now and then, but when it come down to it, you got to make plays. And defense been begging for these plays to be made, begging. And we finally got our shot.
For both of you guys, Coach said he changed things up and y'all had Friday off because you're in practice tomorrow. But I guess did that maybe relax you not having to go to the hotel, not having to do a lot of that stuff? Was it a little more chill coming into the game for you guys, or was it the same?
I mean, it's about the same. I do the same thing every Friday night. I bring my Xbox to the hotel, play Xbox with the boys all night, and then when it's time to go to bed, get up the next morning. I mean, my preparation is the same almost every week. I don't really try to change anything. I'm kind of superstitious about that. So I do the same thing every Friday night. I mean, it just gave me a little bit more time to play the game because we didn't have meetings. So, I mean, I was just chilling.
I think my preparation for that, I got Trey Jackson as a roommate, so we sitting there and tell jokes. And not really, but we talk about life a little bit. And, you know, that's kind of how my thing is. You kind of bond with the guy that you room with and relax and kind of, you know, tell him about your life, man, and really get into it. When the game time comes, you feel like you're a lot closer. I can trust this dude next to me. I can trust this guy who's behind me. I believe in you, you know. So that's the type of thing that we do when we at the hotel.
All right.